الحمد لله وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على عبده ورسوله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهديه واستنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Through our past lessons and sessions, we have talked and elaborated on issues that are connected with fasting and the virtues of fasting in general, the virtues of fasting Ramadan, talked about few hadiths that are connected with Ramadan. We talked about the conditions that should be fulfilled in a person so that fasting would be considered obligatory on his behalf, on him, that is. And we also talked about the things that nullifies one's fasting. And through the previous sessions, I know that there are loads of questions that you have in mind. And I think it is appropriate for us to dedicate today's session and any other coming session, if there's enough time, for answering these questions, providing that I do have the answer. Because it is not acceptable in Islam to answer a question without having the knowledge to do so. It is very normal. It is normal in Islam for a scholar, for a person who has an extra edge of knowledge, to be asked a question and his reply would be, I don't know. I have to check. So don't think that there is a person that has an answer to all your questions. If I do have this knowledge, I will share it with you. If I don't, then unfortunately I would have to say that I don't know the answer. Maybe some other time I would look up for that answer and ask those who are knowledgeable and provide you with the answer. So if we inshallah start, do we have any questions? Yes, please.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. If a Muslim dies during the month of Ramadan, is it a must for his family or relatives to compensate this month for him?
If a person dies during the month of Ramadan, he is not questioned for the remaining of the Ramadan because he's dead. Now, the question comes, is he questioned for the days he did not fast due to his illness or not? Well, if scholars again have different opinions regarding this. If the person dies while being ill and he had to break his fast due to illness, and he dies before being able to make up for those days, then no one is to fast for him. And he is not punished for that, and he is not questioned for that, because he did not do anything, he did not hesitate to make up for that for those days. He was simply unable to fast it. So Allah Azza wa Jal excuses him. And we do not have to pay, we do not have to feed anyone for those days. But the question comes again, if this person became well, and then he stayed for 6 or 7 months, he had the chance to make up for those days, yet he did not. He was lazy, he did not do that, and he died. Do we ask his relatives to make up for those days or not? Again, there is a difference of opinion among scholars. Some of them say, yes, we do. And they take this from a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ was asked. And this person asked him that his mother died with a few days that she vowed to fast, yet she did not fast. In one of the narrations, he said that she died vowing to fast 1 whole month, and she died before fulfilling that vow. So do I fast on her behalf? So the Prophet asked in a different way, just to illustrate and explain this. And he told him, do you think that if your mother had some debts on her, she borrowed some money, would you pay that money back after her death? So the man said, definitely, yes, I would do that. So the Prophet said, ﷺ, then this month she vowed on herself is a debt to Allah Azza wa Jal. You should do that and you should fast on her behalf. This is the first opinion of some scholars that say, yes, we should fast for the days that this ill person who died without making them up, though he had the chance to do that. The second opinion says, no, you may not do that. And they explain by saying that all the deeds that a person does only benefits him. You cannot transfer the good deeds to others. So if a person is dead, then that is it. Nothing reaches him. But this is also a matter of different opinions. We have few hadiths from the Prophet ﷺ that governs this area. We are told that if you perform pilgrimage for a dead person or for a person who is unable to do that, it is accepted. So pilgrimage and umrah is accepted. We are told, as in the first hadith, that if someone has vowed to fast and he could not do that, you may do that for him. We are told that if you pay charity, if you give money to the poor, if you feed people, if you dig a well on behalf of a dead person, this current deed, good deeds, would reach, the reward would reach this dead person. All of these things we are told that do reach a dead person. So in this sense, they say it does reach the dead person. So the verdict that sits in between, and this sounds to be the most authentic verdict, is that if a person dies with days of Ramadan on him that he did not make up, though he had the chance to do it, but he didn't, you may not fast these days, because Ramadan is obligatory. It's one of the pillars of Islam. He did not do it, don't do it. But if he had made a vow on himself to fast a week or two, a month or two, then this is different. This is not Ramadan. It's something that he had committed on himself voluntarily. Therefore, those who are his loved ones, his relatives, his son, his wife, his father, his brothers, they are all able to compensate by fasting on his behalf. And it should not be appointed to one person. So if somebody died with 1 month, he vowed to fast 1 month and he died, we can split that. Yeah, and his brothers each could fast a day or two, his wife could fast a day or two, his children could fast a day or two, and to accumulate that, it would be a whole month, and in that case, it would be accepted.